I don't think anything's happened this weekend for NIO. We can move on if you like. No. So NIO Day happened yesterday. The release of Firefly, which has been much anticipated, obviously was released yesterday. Have you seen the car, Kay?
I have not actually.
No, it's I don't know if you ever played the game Splinter Cell when you were younger, but it just reminds me constantly of Splinter Cell with the kind of three circles. Just search NIO Firefly on Twitter or something.
Okay.
It's got three little circles on the headlights, and it just looks. I think it looks really cool. It's got a bit of a modern vibe, but also a bit of a classic vibe. So I think it might, appeal to many different age groups.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a budget car, so it starts around $20,000, which cars in its range don't. They kind of start from about $30,000. So it's definitely a good value for a vehicle. So there's lots of anticipation around that, and obviously that will start delivering. I think in the second quarter, I believe, this year, which is again really, really exciting for not only the company as a growth prospects, but as a stock as well. So yeah, really, really excited about that. And of course, they released the ET9 as well, which is basically a business car essentially, but it is a beautiful car. And apparently they've sold 999 straight off the bat, kind of special developer versions. I forget what the official term is. But yeah, looking at the chart, we're at a very, very key level. I swear things kind of time to the technicals perfectly. Obviously, you've got NIO Day coming out yesterday, but also we're at a very crucial point in terms of the chart. So we need to bounce here. So could this be the catalyst to get NIO moving? We'll find out tomorrow morning. Or actually tonight, to be fair, on the Hong Kong markets. So we'll see how that kind of reacts and see how that pushes on in the next few weeks. But yeah, I've still got a target of 750 up here. I know it's a bit dramatic, but you know what these stocks can do. Okay, they can move really, really fast, really, really quickly. So there is definitely potential behind NIO, and I think the actual broader sense of the thing here is the actual company is doing visually very, very well. They've got plenty of cash now, and obviously plenty of support from certain areas of the industry, and obviously having that infrastructure kind of built around China is kind of almost going to a bit more of an energy play as well. Not now, but obviously maybe in the future it'll be a bit more of an energy play with the NIO power, etc. But yeah, really, really excited around NIO, as you can tell. And
let me ask you this question about NIO, not specifically to NIO, but so China is putting a lot more liquidity to prop up the market. Do you think that is going to help, propel NIO as well?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Okay.
A rising tide lifts all boats, doesn't it? Yeah. So the HK would go up, Alibaba would go up, Baidu would go up, and NIO would go up too. And then obviously the US stock market catches a whiff of this, and you can see it recently. This is the kind of move we had, but the HSI just went nuts. Obviously that was for different reasons around the economy, but these kind of stocks, they do have a bit of a meme touch to them once they get going. But that's all around your kind of risk management levels and your kind of risk tolerance. That's a different ball game. But yeah, as a company, I really, really like NIO, as you can tell.
Yeah, that we all know, I guess. Sebastian brings up a good point. His question is, what is your view for 2025 considering the liquidity drainage and over expenditure and debt?
I think with the products that they've got at the moment and what they're planning on releasing next year, so obviously recently released ONVO in the last few months, and they're ramping up really, really well. Their targets for that is 20,000 deliveries a month. That should balance out the kind of liquidity issues and obviously essentially making money. They're looking at going break even at the beginning of 2026. So essentially this time next year, we could be talking about NIO as a profitable company, which I never would have thought this soon because of obviously the difficulties they've had. Obviously the spending and research and development, of course, is going to be very, very tricky. But I think 2025 could be a turning point in terms of people actually thinking, oh, okay, this is actually a real company. Because for so long now, the last 4 years, basically, NIO's been a bit of a dirt stock. Oh, yeah, it's never going to work. Battery swapping, what's that? It's too innovative, that kind of stuff. And obviously the stock price has reflected that. It's not great, but
okay,
I think we're turning a corner.
Yeah. Okay, so that was good on NIO. So I think his question was more on the economy. So from my perspective, that I think we are seeing liquidity drainage, but actually there's a lot of liquidity sitting on the sideline, which actually did not get invested during this entire year. Now, with the interest rates getting cut, right now, I think American Express and bigger banks, they're offering a high yield savings for about 3.8 to 4%. I think SoFi is offering 4%. So as that gets lower and lower, you need more return on your investment. So we see more liquidity coming into the market next year. At least that's what analysts are predicting, and that makes obvious sense. From a debt standpoint, I see all this talks about debt. I'm assuming we'll go ahead and we'll print money again. Maybe not as much. We'll see how much effective Doge is going to be. I know, Elon fanboys are all over Twitter, and we'll see how that plays out. But if the government was that easy to deal with, they would have fixed these issues long time back. I'm not pessimistic. I'm not optimistic. I'm just being realistic here. Let's see how much they can achieve. That was the overall sentiment.
I think being realistic is wise. Yeah.
Ken is saying 9 trillion. Yes, I probably had heard 7 trillion or something. But yeah, so think about that much money sitting on the sideline. I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of it, if not all, will be part of the market, equity market.